Well, we're back again, folks. I went on a scavenger hunt around in the side to where it doesn't pick up any good internet, and it dropped. Lo and behold, it dropped. Well, I just checked my block list. It says no users currently blocked. So, everyone should be able to get in. Oh, thank you, Sire Diesel. Yeah, it dropped. You know, I knew it would when I went around there to show you that broke sprinkler that I haven't got around to fixing yet. That'll probably be one of the last things I fix. I really haven't needed that sprinkler recently because of all the rain we've had, so I haven't had to run that one. And I usually run it like when I've got tadpoles in that goldfish pond so they can get little fresh rainwater on them and stuff. They like that, you know. Yeah, the internet connection, it finally just now straightened back up after I sat here for a minute, so. It actually streams pretty better on this iPad than it does from the phone. But the haters can't sit there and dial my number from their private blocked numbers like they do during my live streams, which will take away from the connection too. And so I'm using a different device than my phone to keep them from interfering. So we've got the Google number from Florida that calls. It's blocked, and also there's a bunch of private. There's 5 of them all together that call here. Uh, yeah, it's probably not going to hurt to go ahead and give them a little bit of rain. I usually always did mine really early in the morning, and then just before dark at nighttime. They seem to when it's late in the season, you know, once they've flowered, okay, once the flowers have come on, they seem to intake more water through their leaves than they do through the root system. This is what I've noticed on mine. No matter how big the plant is or how small, they really enjoy saturating that water through their leaves. So if you've got good water, like me, I've got well water, and so they love well water. Now I don't know about city water, but well, it's because they intake. They're not. You could sit there and saturate the ground all day long, and it's not going to do them near as. You'll see a big difference. Start doing like I'm telling you. It that doesn't need to even soak the soil, but just sprinkle them a little bit where their leaves all get good and coated with water good, early in the morning, not during the heat of the day, but early in the morning and then late at night, right before photosynthesis takes place, at night on plants, believe it or not. I remembered that word finally, photosynthesis, that's the word, and even especially bud. Photosynthesis, they love the nighttime misting. It's a misting I'm referring to now. Misting. Don't even use the sprayer. Use the misting cycle on your water hose end, and just give them a mist. Yeah, but they still will like that water. Like I said, you'll have a lot less of those yellow water leaves. Because the yellow water leaves is because the roots are intaking too much water. And if you'll just mist the leaves and do less on the root system don't even need water but every few days once they flower. I went from trial and error for 15 years of growing, okay? And so I learned a lot. What you have to do on a garden, though, like squash plants and stuff, you have to keep all the lower leaves picked off because they need air to circulate the plant. You got to make sure there's air space below the plant for air circulation, because that way that keeps off the leaf mold that you'll get if you've got the plants if they're right down on the ground. Oh, I'd love to help you. And I'm pretty good on processing too. When it's time to harvest, I've learned quite a bit on that, and it does make a big difference in the flavor and the potency of the THC on how you process it. So, yeah, I've been through trial and error many years. If you'll email me, Sour Diesel, send me an email. And I'd like to send you a photo, unless I did already. I don't remember if I did already. But I'll send you the photo of my last one I did, which was several years ago. I haven't did anything in a few years now. But that little lady had a 3-inch or bigger, it might have been a little bigger than 3-inch diameter stalk. I might have already sent it to you. I can't remember if I did or not, sent you the photo. But she was a beautiful baby, and she actually came up volunteer. But she had about 12-inch babies all over her ass. I mean, she was just covered in them. 12 inches long or longer, at least. And she was actually growing in the compost bin. Yeah, if I had a way to get you some of this compost that they give away here at the city, or if you could ever come here and bring you a trailer and take you a trailer load back with you, it's free. Now, if you get it in a trailer and you can load it yourself, it don't cost anything, but it's like $6 for them to scoop up a big, what do you call that, a backhoe full, one of those big buckets, and dump it into the back of your trailer or your truck, whatever. Oh, good morning, Lisa. Yeah, I'm back on. I'm back on, Lisa. I dropped my stream earlier. I knew I shouldn't have did that, but I did it anyway. I knew it would drop. But anyway, it's that. Let me tell you, that freaking compost, Sour Diesel. I'm telling you, that is like a miracle freaking dirt. A miracle dirt, and it's like pure black. And it's just a compost that the city makes out of wood chips and shavings, and they put everybody always wonders where their city sewer goes to once they flush their toilet and all that water and stuff goes out the city sewer. See, people don't realize where it goes. Well, that video I did of the compost piles, here, that's where our city sewer goes to. And they take that sewage and they actually mix something with it so that it composts that stuff up in just a few days. It composts it that quick. I'm not kidding you. Because that stuff, it turns it into pure dirt in a few days. All those wood chips. And they just pile it up. They mix this chemical in it. I don't know what it is they put in there. But it turns all that sewage into quick compost, okay? And they just spray the piles down, saturate it down with it, and in a few days, probably 3 or 4 days, that compost pile is ready to use. Oh yeah, yeah. The chicken droppings is good for everything, and that's what I do. I take all my leaves. When I rake leaves, what I don't burn in the garden area for the garden for the next year, I will throw over into the chicken pen area. That soil that's in the chicken pen, the chicken runs, is it's really good fertile dirt. I throw like broke pieces of limb and just stuff I rake and scrape up out of the yard. I throw it right over in there. So that soil over in that area would eventually make a good garden should need be. But I'm learning more into making, they call them tractor coops, chicken coops that are movable. You can drag them around your yard to different spots, and the chickens are able to pluck green grass at their convenience, And then once they pluck down a little area, you can move their little coop around every day. And they make them out of wood, they make them out of PVC pipe. I'm going to make some out of PVC pipe. And actually, you move the coop with the chickens in it. And the PVC pipe that's round, and so it keeps their feet from getting caught under it when you're moving it. You just move it real slowly, and the chickens will walk along with it and move right along with it. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos lately on that kind of stuff, Lisa. That's what I've been doing to steer clear of the drama in this community. Is I've been researching what the chicken growers are doing and using, and no, you don't even have to add wheels if you use the PVC. It's round already. And they're even setting them up above, on top. They're making them where they're the same exact size as their raised gardens. And so they'll put a few chickens in there for a couple, 3 days, and let the chickens poop in there and stir the dirt up, and they'll actually work the dirt like on the top part of the soil, just like a worm will on the underneath of the soil, and they'll poop it up real good, and then you can move that from the top of your raised garden beds. Yeah, me too. I've been sticking to gardening and chickens and farming, and that's what I've been doing. Also, what in the hell? You're not going to believe what I found in my bag of chips. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a piece of burnt toast. It's just a thick piece of potato that got burnt. First time I ever found one of them in my potato chip bag. There's a little small square of a potato. It's burnt like toast. That is toast. I'm eating it. I just ate it. It was in my, look, I just put it in my mouth and ate it. See it? I took it out. It is toast, and it was in my bag of potato chips. That is not a burnt potato. That is, no, it's toast. I'm telling you, it tastes like toast. It don't taste like a potato. I'm throwing it away. It tastes like a piece of burnt. I love burnt toast. I know what burnt toast tastes like. Oh, Halloween crafts? I have, ooh. No, I threw it out. I put it in my mouth to see what it tastes like. Somebody dropped their freaking breakfast in the chips when they were being made. Yeah, it was a solid piece. It broke in two when I put it in my mouth. It was toast. Somebody was eating their breakfast. around where they were bagging these chips, and it got in the bag. Oh, yeah. You know, and Lisa, you know those little small gourds would make really nice Halloween wreaths? Uh, Pine cones, the small gourds. I'm not sure what you would use for the greenery. What do they use for the greenery on those, Lisa? You got to have something that's going to stay green, so do they just use plastic greenery? And then use your dried goods along with them? It actually tasted like a piece of McDonald's toast. But my chip bag's never been around food or the kitchen, so it didn't come from here. Yeah, that's what I would think. Plastic greenery. Yeah, if you got any good links to some of that stuff, Lisa, send me some. I wouldn't mind making a Christmas wreath. I can find pine cones out here. The pine cones will drop off these pine trees. There's one over there. I see a ton of them hanging off the limbs of it. But I can pick pine cones up out here all day long. They're small. They're not the big pine cones like you find down south. Down around Alabama, they got huge pine cones down there. These are little small ones. These are great for making stuff like wreaths and stuff because they're tiny. Yeah, because you can spray them. You can spray them with that clear polyurethane, and then sprinkle some glitter over them, Lisa, and have them glittery. And pine cones make really good decorations. And if you'll spray them gourds too with it, use polyurethane spray, Lisa, because it'll keep that stuff from rotting and deteriorating. And I don't really know if you could like take pieces of grapevine while it's still green and spray it with that polyurethane, if it would stay green after it's sprayed. I'm going to have to experiment with that and see. I need to get me a can of it. They're usually big old cans. They're not cheap, but they last quite a while. But I'd like to spray some of this green stuff while it's green and see if it will hold the green under the polyurethane or if it will turn brown with the spray on it. That's what I don't know yet. I'm going to have to experiment with that and see. Well, the wind quit blowing. Some heat came out finally. I finally warmed up a little bit. It's been cool here all morning. And it's almost 11 o'clock and it was still cool. Oh, happy birthday, Lisa. He's driving, Sour Diesel. He's driving. He may be watching, but he's driving. Yeah, he's traveling somewhere. He got a rental car. And he's on his way to do some salty videos. His exact words. Salty videos. So Y'all stay tuned to Evan's channel to see what he's going to come up with next. Hey, Nate, how's it going? Nate, is Skywalker, is that a sativa? Skywalker's a new one. I hadn't heard of that one yet. Oh, that's great, Nate. Glad you're doing well. Yeah, Skywalker OG. Oh, yeah, everything's hybrids nowadays. They're all interbred and... Well, thank you, Nate. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped in. I enjoy all of you people coming here and talk. Great knowledge can be learned from some of these chats. They can. And I'm not talking about the drama knowledge either. We all know what's going on there. I'm talking the gardening and the plants and the... Yep, shades of purple. See, I like that stuff got purple in it. And usually when those plants are growing, you can actually see the purple up in the veins of the plant. You can see the purple in it normally. Hey, David, how you doing? Yeah, sour diesel. I named mine purple popcorn, but I had my own particular type, you know. Yeah, because if you can see them grow, to me, I think, yeah, actually, the better ones have purple or some kind of other color in their veins. I like the ones you can actually see them bleeding. Cut it in, snap it with a pair of scissors and watch it bleed purple. Plants bleed just like we do. If you cut them, they bleed. Yep. Well, I had to intermix mine to get that purple. Yeah, but mine was sativa, but I intermixed it to get that purple in there. Red Road. Oh, that's okay, sweetie. I got my stream knocked off a while ago. I went over into that area, you know, going out around close to the camper where I lose signal, and I dropped my stream. Y'all be sure and tell Lisa I'm not Lisa happy birthday, too. And Red Road Homestead. Mine and Red Road Homestead's birthday's coming up in a few days. But Lisa's is here first, so we need to give Lisa a happy birthday, and we need to give Red Road Homestead a happy birthday. And they're both 29 and holding, you guys, so don't ask them their age. Mm-hmm. Mine's in 6 more days, and Red Road's is in 7 more days. I'm going to try to do another birthday stream for me and Red Road, maybe on my birthday. And I'll call her and have her on the phone again so she can talk to y'all during our birthday stream together. I did Red Road her own private birthday stream the other day. Oh, that's deep. Yep, that's a 29 and holding. There we go. You're only as young as you feel anyway. And Lisa, I know you feel 29. Has anybody else got birthdays coming up? Lisa, are you a Virgo or are you the one before Virgo? Because I'm not sure when Virgos cut off or start. Oh, yeah. I just oil mine, Lisa, so I don't snap, crackle, and pop so much anymore. Yep, sour diesel, there you go. But then once you get old, you can always sit around and grow plants. Huh? You're a Virgo too? Okay, great. And that's what I try to do, SD, is just do whatever makes me happy because nobody can make you happy but you. And if you're not happy, then the rest of the world around you ain't going to be happy either, so. Yep, Virgos are that way, Lisa. That's what most of your Virgos are OCD as hell, like me. And you probably are too. Oh, David joined the crowd. I think we're all getting there. I'm older than that. I'm older than you, David. Hell, I'll be 66 on my birthday this year. 66. I finally hit legal old age for Social Security. Hey Mo, how you doing? Oh, okay, that's good, Mo. Gives you something to do better than being bored at work. Yeah, I was happy to hear. I talked to the people at Social Security the other day, and I was happy to hear. They said they're sending me a letter in the mail, and so I'm officially. They're changing my files over now. I'm officially old age, and the lady told me said I can work as much as I want to now, make all the money I want to, and I don't have to turn any of it into Social Security. Of course, you still got to report everything you make to IRS, but Social Security if I want to work and make money now. And I thought, well, that'd have been nice 20 years ago when I was able to actually work and make money. But people don't want to hire somebody that has to take a break every 15 minutes, you know. They just don't seem to be happy with hiring people like that. They want you to work at least 4 hours straight, at least part-time, before you take a break. And, you know, I can't do none of that, so that leaves me out on the working thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind working. Hell, I can't even sit for long periods of time. That's why I'm always getting up, going and doing something, you know, fiddling with this or fiddling with that, even during my live streams, because you can't hardly sit for a long period of time. Can't stand for a long period of time. Can't walk around very far for long periods of time without stopping to take rest and breaks. Oh, thank you, Red Road. Yeah, I would actually make a really good Walmart greeter, you know, but like I said, they want you to stand there for 4 hours and greet people at the door. And you know, mess with all the stuff they think somebody's sneaking out in their buggy they didn't pay for. And no, it don't, Lisa. And see, I worked at that age. I worked when I was 16 years old. I actually worked at a park where they had a swimming beach, and I worked in the concession stand, you know, making hot dogs and cotton candy, and you know, the stuff, popcorn, the stuff concession stands sell. Yep, that's true. And if you get on disability, you have to be disabled for at least 6 months before Social Security even, they don't even pay you disability for your first 6 months you were disabled. They deduct all that from your back pay. Yeah, I asked that Social Security lady if I was going to get a raise now. And she said, no. She said my income will be the same. She said she mailed a letter out to me on the 3rd, which I haven't received it yet. So I'll be able to read it to you more when I get it. About what the letter they send out to you when you become officially old. This says where they say they change your file from disabled status over to retirement status. So I'm considered retirement now. I asked her, does that affect your Medicare or anything like that? And she said no. Yep, Lisa. Yeah, see, my daughter, my youngest daughter, had her own apartment and everything at that age too. She had her own phone in her own name. She had everything at an early age. Now I didn't. I'm what they call a late bloomer. You know, I didn't do anything at an early age, not that I know of. Yep. Yeah, she paid her own car payments and everything. Now my oldest daughter, I made her car payments and stuff for her. Uh, well, for a long while. Yeah, probably Red Road. Yeah, they're including you in the videos now, I see. Red Road Homestead has finally made it to the YouTube popular status. The hater trolls are making videos about Red Road now. So she's made it to YouTube popularity. Congratulations, Red Road. Well, anybody that talks to people that they don't like, eventually will get a video about them regardless. So they just finally added Red Road to the list, and oh yeah, yeah, Red Road knows they're after her next. They'll start henpecking your videos, Red Road, and taking clips out of them, and then they'll block out your face and put a cartoon character up on there, and they'll make fun of something about you. They made a video about a suicidal porn star recently too. I'm trying to think who all else. Well, they're always making one about me. I'm just used to it by now. Exactly, Nate. The majority of us have been around at least 3 years. Okay? And I consider the new people to the community, the ones that came in the last year or so, they're still new people, and they're still not adapt to what these people will do and are capable of doing to them. They really have no idea. Yeah, I didn't make videos at first. Um, I started off doing the videos, about my place here and my arrest and all that stuff. But I was here a long time before that. I just didn't have any content. I noticed. Uh, I won't name any names, but someone was saying that they don't think I was around 3 years ago. But if you can go look at the about me on my name, and you can tell when my name was made, just like you can ever. Yeah, I remember you too, Nate. You were you was one from back way back. We were all back at honestly at the Goonies camp is where I met a lot of you at. But like I was saying, this one old lady in particular, yep, she started saying she was saying that I couldn't have been around back then. Yep, that's where all of us met. Sar Diesel. I think I met a lot of you guys back then. Red Road was around back then too. She was Red Road Warriors, I believe, back in them days. Yep. Oh, I was around. I just didn't chat, Nate. Hardly ever did I chat back then. I mostly just watched and learned and listened, and I learned a lot. And then once I did start chatting and doing videos, I went, holy hell, man, I'd have been better off if I'd have never chatted, never did videos. I'd have been better off if I'd have just uh, stayed there and kept my mouth shut. Yep, we all were there. All of us OGs. Evan was around back then. Digger was around back then. Uh, Honestly, most of the haters, I don't even recall seeing any of them in there. Oh, I love dumpster diving videos. Yeah, that's the reason I did my videos, Sire Diesel, so that people could understand and see what was going on to me here. And a lot of a lot of my stuff that I think happened to me was still all tied into what happened to Dibble. It all went hand in hand, dirt in dirt, hatred in hatred. Yep. And they hate it because they can't turn us all against each other because some of us are stronger than that and just aren't going to allow it to happen. It's just not going to happen. Um. Oh. Yeah, Nate, and I meant to do that last time, but there you go, Nate. I forgot to go back through the names and give you your tool. Nate, you got a tool now. I meant to do that. I meant to do that after the last video when you were in here, so. Sport that tool proudly, Nate. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I meant to do that last time, Nate, and I keep forgetting. This streaming thing I'm doing now will actually allow me to mod and unmod as the stream goes. I'm using a different streaming outfit now, so I can actually do it during the stream. Well, it's mainly, and in here, Nate, it's like, okay, if you want people to join your channel, Nate, you're more than welcome to drop your channel link. Uh, Wrenches are for more than just blocking and kicking people out and doing that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you want to promote your channel in here, drop your link in here so other people can click on it and go subscribe to your channel. And that's what mostly in here we do with our wrenches, is we use them for everybody's benefit. Yeah. Wrenches aren't made to just hate people with. The wrenches are actually used for good purposes, not just hatred. And so in here we try to use them for a good thing. Yeah, there you go, Nate. And I apologize for getting your tool on your belt there late, but I guess better late than never. I apologize for that. That was me, though. I meant to do that, but sometimes, here's the thing. These channels will save my videos, but it doesn't save the live chats part of it. And so when it doesn't save the live chat, I don't have your name to go back and click on to get a wrench. So this new program I'm using, it actually allows me to wrench people and unwrench them right here from the room. So. Yep, they're leaving. They're leaving because they ain't nothing around here for them to get at. I've been giving the red birds and stuff some seeds down periodically, but they keep it. I give it to them so they can keep it eat up where the crows don't come and get it. The little birds. Look at the leaf falling. You see them? I'm sitting here watching them fall right on the camera. The leaves, I'm telling you. We are going to get an early winter this year, you guys, and it's going to be a cold one. We normally don't get snow and that cold here, but I guarantee you this winter is going to be a bad one. I see it coming. And you know why? Because it's every 20 years or so that we usually get a bad ice storm. And our last one was in 2001, so that would be just about 20 years now. Yep, y'all watch for it. Our leaves here normally aren't even turning brown by now. They don't turn brown till at least October, November. So we are going to have early winter. And our trees stayed extra green this summer because we had a lot more rain this summer than we normally do. We normally don't have the kind of rain we got this. I mean, where it rained a little bit every day for weeks on end. Oh, it already snowed in Colorado, Lordy B. See, that's why if it gets wintertime and I get free to leave here, I'm probably going to postpone my trip to Colorado. I'm probably going to go south first because I can't deal with that snow and cold at all. I got to get me a new pair of those overalls, those insulated overalls. I need a new pair of camo insulated overalls, you guys. I got me a pair up on that Amazon wish list too, if anybody wants to get them for me. I'm going to need them for winter, because that's what I wear in the wintertime to stay warm. I just put them over top of my other clothes, and I don't get cold at all. Not at all. Yeah, summer's pretty much over. We get our first frost Halloween night. And so Halloween night on out. Now if it hits before Halloween night, then you know, and also it's been foggy. It's been really foggy here in the mornings. Yep, I'm preparing for winter right now. That's why I'm trying to get all this mowing and all this outside stuff, get everything put up, and the garden will come down last, and I'll cover it. I'll cover it over with a tarp. Actually, I'll probably rake the leaves. I'll probably rake the leaves up under the tarp, onto the garden area, cover it over with the tarp, and then that way when spring comes. No, Lisa, we never get snow here, and if we do, we get a dust flurry, and it usually melts before it even gets to the ground. But if it don't, it will melt when it hits the ground because our ground doesn't get cold. Yeah, Red Road. I mean, I'm probably going to end up doing that. Maybe get my case moved to another county, or either get me a different judge. If things don't change when I hit up there the first week of November, I'm going to request some stuff myself if my lawyer don't. And then I may get rid of that lawyer too. If he don't do what I want, I will fire his ass. I will Marsden motion his ass right up out of there. Yeah, that's why I still can't. Nate, I still can't leave here. I'm still restricted here. So that's why if I go to California, I'll have to put in for a travel permit. If I want to make it in January to the fight. And my van doesn't blow heat very well. I don't know if I'll be able to get my heat part fixed in that or not. So I'm going to need those insulated overalls to wear traveling because uh, even driving in my vehicle, I freeze to death without them. And I had a nice pair of them, but they got stolen while I was in jail, so I no longer even have those. But I probably need those uh, worse than anything right now. Yeah, I guess they don't have a very long gardening time up in Michigan because of that. In other words, I don't think do they even get they don't even get to have a late what they call a late garden like we do here. Well, you actually get two gardening seasons. And what I've got growing out there still is it's actually all still stuff from my original garden. I didn't even plant a late. I've got a few plants over here came up late, and they'll be blooming hopefully and putting out pretty soon. But uh, they won't last long. Yeah, I've got an Amazon wish list. Thank you, Red Road, and I actually have a pair of those overalls. They're the suspender type. I don't like coveralls with the big long arms in them. I'd rather wear a couple of shirts and a light jacket with a pair of them suspender type overalls so I can move around in them because I'm too busy. I work too much. But yeah, those insulated overalls would sure be nice, and they keep you dry. If you're out in the rain, rain doesn't soak into them. Your clothes stay dry. And I've already still got my camo hiking boots, and they keep your feet dry. They did not steal my boots. They stole my rubber boots. Now the ones that come up to my knee, uh, those they were real tree rubber boots. They were the nice ones. They didn't make your feet stink like rubber when you wore them. They were good ones. But they did steal those, and they stole every bit of my camo. So I have no camo stuff left. I've got a couple old shirts and an old wore-out jacket that I found. Lisa, I can email it to you after I get off the live stream. I've actually got I've got two wish list links, and I don't know which one it's in. I'll have to send them both to you. That's the only thing I know is I can share it to you on email so that you can see it. Yeah, what she's saying, Red Road, she can't copy and paste it over to her web browser. My phone doesn't allow me to do that either. I'll just have to send it to you, Lisa, or if anybody else wants it, if they can't click on it, because it's a big long thing. You'd have to type all that shit in the web browser if you're typing it in. Yeah, I tried to go down here. They had some out here at the Trader Bill's on. They said they were on sale, but they weren't on no kind of a sale. And because I bought my other ones I had were Walls brand. That's a really expensive brand, and they were like, I don't know, probably $160. The ones I got on Amazon are like 50 and 60 bucks, I think, for a pair. They were some cheaper brand, but it don't matter. They'll work as long as they keep me warm. I really don't care about the cost of them. The cheaper, the better. Long as they keep you dry and keep you warm. That's all I care about. I only bought the Walls ones I had because they had them on. It's like a half price clearance sale when I bought them, and I normally go and look and buy camo stuff and stock up on that, after hunting season when Walmart and everybody puts their stuff on clearance, but. Our Walmart here don't clearance the hunting gear. I usually have to drive to Malvern to that Walmart to get any good camo stuff on a clearance. I did buy me an orange toboggan the other day for a couple bucks. I think it was like $2.99 or something. So I got me a new toboggan, and it's a bright orange. But I had a lot of nice camo shirts and t-shirts and long sleeve shirts and the kind you wear that don't where your body odor doesn't get out when you're hunting. Whatever that is, it keeps your smell. It takes your smell away. But those were nice. I had a lot of really nice camo. That's all I can say. But it's all gone. Every bit. They took every piece. I'm not kidding you. I was left with no camo. None. That old jacket I got here was left in the camper. Or not the camper, but the mobile home. I found it in there, and I wore it. I wore it last because I didn't even have a coat. That's what I wore last winter for a coat, and I about wore it out because it wasn't a very good one anyway. And then I had to wash it a couple times. And when it rained, I was out in the rain that day, and that jacket it was soaked. And it had a liner in it. And it took probably a week. I hung it up for over a week, and it still didn't dry out. Oh, they took everything. Oh, I'm thinking the police took my camo, Sour Diesel. That's why I got to get these videos of what they took when they went through my camper, because I'm positive they took my camo and my boots, okay? I'm positive that stuff got nagged by the cops right away when they took my guns and my devices. I'm thinking they took the camo stuff too, along with some other stuff like my walkie-talkies, my handheld CB radio. I've almost got a pretty good idea of the things the cops took and the things that the thieves took after that. Okay, Red Road, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I love iced coffee. Yeah, Nate. See, that's the reason I was getting rid of this last lawyer I had, Nate. Because the lawyer told me that the cops didn't have body cams on when they were going through my shit taking it. And I called him a damn liar. I said, you're a damn liar. They have to wear body cams, especially in a freaking drug raid. You do not lie to me. You know, my lawyer just kept lying and lying and lying. I was fixing to fire him when he stepped up and reclused himself. So I got rid of that lying ass. And if this new lawyer, if he doesn't go in there and get me them body cams, and I also want footage from the drone. There was a drone in the air, and that will show everybody taking everything. Yeah, I got rid of him, Nate. He's gone. They've given me another one, but he's still waiting on my file from the court-appointed lawyer's office. He said he can't, and he said he'll call me. That's what he said. Oh, SD, they didn't even take that. They left mine here. They didn't even take that. I had some. They didn't even take it. It was laying out in plain open sight. The thieves didn't even take it. Because the thieves that came were tweakers. But you know what's funny? One of the people that was in on stealing my stuff, y'all want to hear a funny story? This girl is all of a sudden having problem with a guy that stole her vehicle, and she is having a fit cow because he stole her vehicle. And I'm thinking, you know, karma works in mysterious ways, because she's on video taking my shit. You know, she's on a video. And so I know she did it because I've seen her on the video unloading my shit out of here. And then she's on there saying, oh, they're saying I'm a CI. And her name was on the snitch list that was sent out from the jail. I received a copy of it. And her name was on there. And so, yeah, she's a snitch for the police. And they probably called her to come over here and take my shit after they got done taking what they wanted. But I will get the video footages. And if I don't get them, then there ain't going to be no jury trial, I will tell you that. Welcome back, Red Road. Because, believe me, I want the video footage of everything. Of everything. Everything they touched. You know what's going to happen, Nate? You know what's going to happen next? Y'all want to hear what's going to happen next? The video footages from all of the body cams are going to mysteriously disappear, and there's not going to be any body cam footages because all the evidence is going to mysteriously disappear. It's been over a year now, and you know that evidence is going to walk right on out of there if it hasn't already. Probably the lawyers already told them I wanted it. They probably figured out a way how to get rid of it. These are some corrupt bitches around here, I tell you. Corrupt as hell. And it goes all the way to the top. All the way to the top. Well, I could have, Nate, I could have took the plea bargain. I could have took the plea bargain like everybody else pleaded. But I'm not gonna go up and lie to a judge and tell him I'm pleading guilty to crimes I did not commit. You know, that's lying to a court judge, and for them to even want you to plea bargain and say that you committed crimes that you didn't commit should be against the law for them to even allow you to do it. They should have never even offered me a plea bargain. Yeah, they offered me 5 years probation. I told them stick it in their ass. I told them from day one, from the minute I was arrested, that I want a jury trial. I will not accept anything less than a jury trial. And then from there, if that isn't in my favor, I will take it to the grand jury. Because I had no involvement with any of that, none whatsoever. And the problem is all of the police affiliated in that, they knew I wasn't involved in any of that. Exactly, Nate. He probably didn't ask for a plea. They probably just then offered him one. You know, look how long my time went by, Sour Diesel. If I hadn't bonded out of jail, I would have been sitting there waiting for the same thing. See, I would have still been sitting there waiting for them to offer me a plea. I didn't get offered a plea till not long ago. Oh, Indiana's another corrupt state, Nate. I grew up there. Yep, that's bingo. That tells a lot right there. Now, they could have arrested me for being an old stoner or anything like that, and I'd have had to say, yep, that's me. But I don't have nothing to do with drugs. Never have. Never have. Ain't never going to. Hmm. Oh, I'm gonna go back there, Nate. I've still got family there and friends. I'm gonna go visit. But I never had any problem there. I guess because I was too young for one thing. But I seen plenty of other people get sucked into the system and sucked down the tube there. I watched it. I watched it for years. I watched all the cover up and the hate and stuff ever since I was in high school. I guess that's when I first remember it. Yeah, it's hard to garden there too, Nate. The soil, hey, I thought we have a lot of rock here, but man, Indiana soil is full of freaking rock. You have to de-rock the whole garden, you end up with a big hole. You'd have to fill it in with dirt after you went through there and cleaned all the rock out of it just to plant a garden. They got a lot of rock there. Yeah, Texas probably was the most flat area. Drive through Texas, Nate. That's flat. Texas is flat. I lived in Texas a long time. Actually, Colorado has a lot of farms, a lot of vegetable farms. They grow all kind of stuff in Colorado, and I was well surprised to see the amount of stuff the farms actually grow there. And they've actually got a little bit better soil than we do here. Texas had sandy loam. It was you couldn't grow anything in it, unless you mix compost or something in with it. But the soil in Texas sucked too. You have to get you a load of cow shit or something and dump in there and till it under before you have any soil worth planting anything in. Texas has got what they got going for them is the oil rigs. That's why people in Texas have money. Anybody that works on them oil rigs or affiliated with them any way, shape, or form, they make money. Yep. Oh, they don't play nice around here, Nate. I tell everybody, this town here where I'm at is a great place to come and visit, but visit it and get the hell out as quickly as possible. Go do your sightseeing in a couple days and then get gone. Don't hang around, because this town will suck you in and eat you up and spit you out. I guess I did good to make it here over 30 years before I got sucked into their shit, but because I've been in this town way up over 30 years. I've been here at the same address for 20. I bought this place here in 2000. Paid cash for it. Bought it straight out, free clear. That's why I don't know why the haters are thinking I'm going to lose my land if I have to go to prison. I ain't losing shit, bitches. This shit's paid for. It ain't going nowhere. Oh, I'm sorry, David. Oh, The Walking Dead. I don't watch TV, but that'd be a good show to watch, though. I seen a movie about The Walking Dead. It was pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be cool here all day. I can get my weed eating done this afternoon because, like I said, I got about an hour worth of work to do today, and that's it. And that's all I'm doing, so I'm just going to live stream for a little while longer, and then I'll go do my weed eating and get that finished and get the weed eater washed up and cleaned up and stored away. And I need to go ahead and put in the stable in it and run it through. I actually don't like to take all the gas out of the weed eater. I like to leave a little bit in it because I like to run the stable in it. And the next summer, it'll fire right back up, just like brand new again with stable. Stable's some good stuff, you guys. Use it in all your gas tools, gas-powered tools. I forgot to tell my daughter, too. She's been using my pressure washer, and I forgot to tell her either run it all the way out of gas or store it with stable in it, because if she don't, that thing will never start and run again the next summer comes around. Yeah, we've got just a little bit of breeze blowing here today. Off and on. Feels pretty good, actually. And then I'll spend one day picking everything up, getting all the summer stuff put away. I got one of the pools took down already. I still got to get the rest of the pools taken down, wrench them out, and stack them all up. Stack them up upside down so they don't hold water and be developing mosquitoes and whatnot. Because when I go moving, I'll take my pools with me. And then I'll probably just rent this place out again once I get ready to move on to my new homestead. I still got to get that kitchen finished up. I forgot I got to get a new sink faucet. That's what I need to find too. They had a real fancy one on this sink I'm going to put in, except for I'm going to go look and see. See if I can find one. I don't want that plastic one though. Commercial solid brass single lever pull down. Well, I'm not sure. It's nice here today, Red Road. Hmm. Yeah, I hate packing. I got to do all that too. I'm in the process of doing it. Yeah, moving's as bad as doing dishes. Neither one of them are very good.